Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Spicewood, Texas, looking at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Mandy, Shipp with Holley Homes Realty, and Shiloh Homes for making this tour possible. I'll be sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, you see that we have that gorgeous color palette on the exterior. You have the stucco, natural stone, and the wood accents, a metal roof. You are situated on a 1.29 acre lot, and you're in a gated community. So you have this massive driveway. I'll show you from the front and where it leads to. Now you are going to have this roundabout, and then you have a massive 3-car garage with the modern glass doors. Now, as we pan over here to the left, look how unique this looks. So you are going to see the massive windows, but you have the double front door leading you to the great room. And then look at this. You have a double front door leading to a study. First time I've seen that feature on a house, and I think you can appreciate that. Now, you have the lush landscaping, great curb appeal, and this massive covered front porch. But then look at that. They extended the wood accents up the soffit right there. And then you will notice the additional wood paneling over here. And then I'll show you this. So before we continue, you have the modern wall lights on the exterior, but look how unique that is. So the study has their own little private porch to take advantage of. And look how elegant this looks from this angle. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you inside so you can see this beautiful home. So before we begin, I'll do a full pan and then we'll start in the great room. Gorgeous. Okay, so now look at the massive vaulted ceilings in here. Gorgeous chandelier right above your dining room table. Look at the awards that they got. And as we walk throughout this plan, you're certainly going to see why. Now, starting over here, you have the electric fireplace, beautiful reclaimed wood mantle right there, floor to ceiling fireplace surround. Then you have your built-in arch right over here with your gorgeous shelving and custom white oak cabinets. Now you have quartz countertops right over here, and then I'll show you these massive windows. Look at this. And then of course you got your clear story windows right above there, your sconce. And look at this from this angle. Beautiful. Okay, so you have the clear story windows on both sides. Now, I know you can see your backyard oasis. We'll get to that a little bit later on. And then you have these modern sconces. So really, what I really want you to pay attention to is, of course, the design, but the curated materials inside of the home. Okay, so perfect for entertaining. I mean, really feels roomy and spacious in here. Then you have your open concept if you want to take advantage of that. Now, some folks may not do so just because you have that nook area right there for your formal dining, but just depending on your personal preference and how you end up staging it. But now, let's head inside of the kitchen. Again, the vaulted ceilings, as you can see, with the exposed beams, but you have the double islands. This is Taj Mahal quartzite countertops, my favorite material that you can use inside of a home. Then you see the quartzite backsplash. We do have a pot filler. And then you're going to see Venetian plaster in here. But an abundance of drawers and cabinet to take advantage of. Now, not to mention this massive window right here overlooking your backyard. You have your built-in sink overlooking there. So I know we talked about that quite often. We had multiple comments about that over the years, talking about having the sink overlooking there versus having the sink in the island. And I think you can appreciate that. Now you have the floating shelving as well over here. And then we'll open up some of these drawers so you can see the abundance of space. Now you have the soft closing mechanism to take advantage of. Look how unique this is. You got your paper towel holder right there. You got your trash drawer on this side. And of course, your dishwasher. But I just love the elegant features in here. Really, man, I'm just super impressed. You know, before we began, I had the good fortune to walk around the property, turn on the lights, and just get familiar with the floor plan. And all I could say is wow the entire time. So bravo. Okay, so now you got your appliance garage on the left side and the right side, but look how sleek that looks. You have the two-tone cabinetry, massive ceilings in here, and then the beautiful arch right here. Now you do have a Thermador range, 6-burner with the griddle, really discreet vent hood as you can see. And again, an additional appliance garage. That quartzite continues this way as you can see. And look at this. That panel ready refrigerator that folks love. So bear with me. I know this, you may or may not care about this, but I always like to open up a few of the drawers and that way you can kind of get a better feel. But the double island, perfect for prepping everything that you need. But wait till we see the pantry because you may not need to use this space and you can have that discreet look. Okay, so now heading into our dining area. Look at that, the continued vaulted ceilings this way, massive windows again, very open and roomy, perfect for entertaining. And then I'll stand on this angle, of course, so we can see. Okay, and then let's not even talk about the massive pendant lights right above your island. Absolute perfection. Okay, so since we're on this angle, why not? Let's go ahead and continue this way. Now, here is our utility room. Look at this. So you got your massive washer and dryer, plenty of counter space. The quartz continues this way, but then the inset shaker style cabinetry. And then you even have the glass panes in here. So plenty of space for a folding counter. You see that you can pull up a chair, sit down, and fold in peace. Now you have the stack cabinets right above there as well, as you can see. And then the additional glass in our cabinet doors. So extremely spacious. And then right on this side, you have a sliding glass door leading you to your butler's pantry. Again, you see the sconce, that archway, stack cabinets, two-tone cabinetry, an additional sink right here. You got a beverage fridge. And look at the space. So I just talked about just a minute ago about if you were gonna prep a lot of food and host, you can use this area and have that nice look. You don't have to worry about, you know, messing up the island, right? You can use this as the messy kitchen. And that way it doesn't really mess up your aesthetic. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm hoping you're sitting back, relaxing and enjoying it. We have a lot to cover, so stay tuned. Now, heading right over here, our first bedroom. Look at that. That's a king bed right there. Your 2 nightstands, and you still see you have walk room. Now, right over here to the left, you're gonna have the separate walk-in closet from the bathroom. But what's neat about a lot of these closets, especially in the primary suite, is the utilization of all the way to the ceiling. You know, the shelving all the way to the ceiling and the rods. A lot of times you don't see that, especially in secondary bedrooms, more in the primary suite, but I can appreciate that they did that in here. Okay, so now look at that shower tub combo, unique shower surround, as you can see. You see that beautiful brass, and then you got your champagne bronze over here, inset style cabinets, and that gorgeous mirror frame right there. Okay, so now I really love this feature, right? Because wait till we get upstairs, and I'll show you that in just a second since we're on this wing of the house. But the discreet hooks in here for your mudroom. Look at this. And I made sure to add the designer in the description as well. I mean, gosh, she did a fantastic job. But that discreet look really just provides that clean look, especially when you walk in here. Great job. Now look at the floor to ceiling windows inside of your garage. You already have epoxy flooring. You see the transparency. Absolutely exquisite. So extremely spacious. You have additional space over here to work with. 2 tankless water heaters. And then even look at the doorknobs right here, or the door handles. You have additional storage. I'm glad things are in there so you can see what you can fit. Now you can imagine walking into your house and this is your view, because a lot of times you most likely are going to use that garage. More often than not, 98% of the time. Beautiful pendant lights hanging down right here, massive window again. And but look at this, even the white oak handrails right there. So right over here, you can see you got a loft area to take advantage of. You'll see right behind me. But then you have a full bathroom in here, shower tub combo, that quartz ledge right there, beautiful mirror frame and sconce, and then that inset cabinetry. So to the left of me is an attic, as you can see. But look at these built-in beds right here. This is unique. So each one of those fits a queen bed or a queen mattress in this instance. But look how spacious and roomy it is. So if your kiddos have a sleepover, they have their own wing of the house to take advantage of, or if you have any guests, you are certainly good to go. Now this is extremely versatile, so you can use this as a media area, a theater room, a game room. Really just depends on your personal preference. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. We already seen this wing of the house. We still have a lot more to cover, so stay tuned. And I'll make sure we don't miss a thing in here, so don't worry. And look at this. Imagine walking right back out here to this incredible kitchen. Okay, so you even have your built-in Thermador microwave right down there. Let's continue this way. Your 2 additional bedrooms. We'll start straight ahead since we're already heading that way. And see, again, king bedroom set, and you still have the walk room. You see the additional storage all the way to the ceiling, your built-in champagne bronze rods, and then the shelving as well. You see throughout the home, we have the recessed lights, so illuminating the entire home. And again, shower tub combo, but you have the champagne bronze shower head right there. And it really matches well with that tile shower surround. And I'm trying to get you a close up so that way you can really see the materials, because it really doesn't do it justice until you actually are here and seeing this in person, right? But an abundance of natural light entering inside of the home, as you can see. You see that checkered pattern, modern tiling throughout, even when we saw that walking in from the garage. And then look at this. So this is like a plug and play. As soon as you purchase, talk about the staging and see if it is for sale, have that separate conversation, because the design in here is superb. Now, again, you have that king bedroom set, or the king bed rather, and the 2 nightstands, your sitting area, your additional bench, as you can see, and then your shower tub combo inside of your ensuite. And I know you can certainly appreciate each bedroom having their own bathroom, so all of them having ensuites. Beautiful. Okay. And then you have a pocket door here. So I'm telling you, this has to be, and of course, I welcome your feedback in the comments below, the absolute best home we've toured this year. And trust me, we've toured some great ones. If you haven't, I mean, if you've, of course, my long-term subscribers have seen them, but if you haven't, I encourage you to go back through the catalog and see. Okay, so this is gonna lead you to your study, your primary suite, but we'll start right over here. Again, elegant light fixtures right above here. Now you have the double doors even inside the home. So you know we have the double doors leading you to the front porch, but that's unique inside of the home itself. Let me know what you think about that feature. But now, very spacious and roomy. As you can see, white oak flooring continuing here. The double glass doors leading you over there. Wonderful job. You know, a lot of times you might just see that floor to ceiling window, but really unique to see that feature in a home. Like I said, I feel like they really pushed the boundaries and done a fantastic job of doing so. And you know what? A lot of times it takes a lot of courage to really push the boundaries, especially for a spec home. Now, something that's customized for a customer, of course, right? But to do that, I certainly am impressed. Okay. So now look at this. So you have well, first of all, I want to commend them for the location of this, right? Because it has that little L shape to head to your primary suite. So you have the separation between the great room and the kitchen where most folks are going to be to your primary suite. But then you have this sitting area right here. So this recessed area to take advantage of. Of course, if you didn't want to add the chairs, you can add some decor. But now you only need to walk a few feet to head to your backyard oasis. We'll see that in just a second. Let's head inside of here. Absolutely stunning. So again, a king bed in here with your 2 nightstands, your sitting area. This one does work. Let me turn it on for you so you can see. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful pendant lights right above your nightstands. As you can see, white oak flooring again, vaulted ceiling with the exposed beam, and then your double doors leading you right there. So in other words, you don't have to walk a few more steps over there. You just head straight right here and have your little private patio to take advantage of. But extremely spacious. The dimensions are perfect. Now, you have the sliding glass door leading you to your ensuite, but then you will notice the privacy aspect on here where the other ones are transparent, but let's see what we got. Beautiful. So you have 2 water closets, but then that Taj Mahal quartzite extends this way. Then you have the reeded cabinet doors here, inset again, that arch mirror right above there, exposed beam leading you to your wet room. We'll see that in just a second. But look at the automatic toilet. That was something crazy. All right, so now heading into your wet room right over here. Again, 0 threshold, the vaulted ceiling, gorgeous shower head and shower wand right here. But then that freestanding tub right there. Now, on the exterior of the freestanding tub, you see that fluted design, where on the cabinet doors, you have that reeded design. Really unique. Venetian plaster continues this way. Again, you got your sconces to take advantage of. And then look at that. You even have that champagne bronze toilet paper holder right there. Okay. Now heading into our primary suite. Before we head, or the closet rather, you see you got the pocket door. But look how massive this is. Beautiful chandelier right above our closet island. They even have your sliding stairs, or ladder rather, in here. So that way you have that easy accessibility all the way up there. because I know I got that comment a couple times before too about being able to store some things up there without any issues. But then you have your built-in bench right here, closet island, like I said, with your inset drawers. You got quartz countertops in here. And look how elegant this is. Beautiful. Okay. And if that's not enough, you already got your arch mirror right over there. And some additional rods. Absolutely exquisite. That's the only thing that keeps coming to my mind. Even just down, you know, really, like I said, the details, right? So the hooks, the paper towel holder, the toilet paper holder, having that champagne bronze and extremely elegant. I couldn't find anything that I disliked in this home. Now, let's go ahead and continue and take a look outside, and we'll wrap this up. All right, so heading here, again, you see that wood soffit continuing this way, the natural stone. You got your built-in pool and spa to take advantage of, but look at the extension as you can see. So if you are hanging out here, especially on a hot sunny day over 100 degrees, this will protect you from the sun. But then of course, if it's raining as well, you can do so too. Absolutely gorgeous. Now heading this way, as you can see, recessed lights. You already got your built-in grill to take advantage of. You got sconces on the exterior. You got all the counter space you can think of. Look at that. You got cornhole down there. You can entertain. And then look at the privacy between you and the neighbor. So the mature trees surrounding this. You have that tranquility that folks are looking for. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Spicewood, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.